rider, coming right behind you. Should've never fucked with me. West Coast rider, coming right behind you. Should've never fucked with me.
I need a rhyme fighter's rhyme. Stay tuned, I assume the real rap comes at halftime.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Pac told me it'll be a day I'ma have to lay my favorite rapper to his fucking grave.
Nas was one of my favorites. This was like a movie to me. I see he right in front of me. You know, I knew Illmatic, I knew the words to every fucking song. I mean, me and Pac shoulder to shoulder, Nas right here in my face. My first time, you know, in this environment. I wanted to tell a nigga how much, you know, we all love him. But, you know, nah, this is wartime, you know.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building, and this is Machiavelli Media. Yo, this is a strange video I'm about to make right here. I was caught in a tight situation, man. I'm just trying to fulfill one of the last requests for my buddy Young Noble. It was like back in January of this year. I'm gonna put the screenshot up. And me and Noble was texting back and forth one night, just tripping off of something, laughing at some shit. And out the blue, he texted me, hit me. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm ready to go to bed. You know, what bro I want now, right? So I calls him and he say, Gab, I need you to do me a favor. I say, what's that? He say, I need you to let Nas know how much I love him. I want the fans to know how much I love Nas. And I'm shocked like a motherfucker because the nigga made like a 4-scale diss track towards Nas and, you know, had some other shit ready to go too as well, right? And out the blue, he wanted y'all to know how much he loved Nas. So I was confused. I'm like, yo, I mean, I'm sitting here, the wheels turning in my head, like, how I'm gonna pull this off? And we just finished, you know, reviewing euthanasia and making videos about what he said about jungle, this, that, and the third. And, you know, he was doing interviews with Art, explaining why he was mad at Nas. But through it all, bro, Nob had a lot of love for Nas. He made it clear to me in doing his interviews, and especially during this one particular phone call right here. I think this was the last time I physically had a voice-to-voice conversation with Young Noble. We was texting after this, but this was the last request he made to me. He said, yo, Gab, let the people know how much I love Nas. And, you know, we were just talking about how much of a fan he was growing up on the East Coast. At that time, you know, Nas was that nigga. And he even said Tupac knew that Nas was his favorite. He said, you know, Pac was fucking with Nas. Fatal was fucking with Nas, fucking with his music, right? And he said Tupac pulled him to the side one day and said, yo, in this climate, what we got going on, it might actually come a time you got to go against your favorite rapper. Straight up. We might have to make some diss tracks on Nas. And he always kept that with him. He was saying that, you know, even though he loved Nas, he always knew that one of these days he might have to say something to him. And, you know, listening to those interviews Nas did over the years, he felt a certain type of way because he thought Nas might be exaggerating a little bit. And it pissed him off. It pissed Fatal off. But ultimately, he felt like he overreacted. But he did what he did. And, you know, it was what it was. So I didn't make the video. You know, he just was like, well, fuck it. You know, you ain't make it. I said what I said. And that's that. But I just felt like knowing that and seeing what happened to him yesterday, I just feel like now was a best time, if any, to go ahead and, you know, let y'all know how he really felt. He fucked with Nas, man. He did heavy. He was just disappointed that, you know, Nas was twisting shit a little bit. But he was also disappointed in himself for making the diss tracks, you know. I don't know if he was getting backlash. I don't know, you know, if Nas fans were saying anything to him or, you know. I just think he couldn't fight his gut because deep down inside he knew he fucked with Yo. You know, and as humans, man, you know, we get upset. But like I say, No was a little amped up at this time. So when he got upset, you know, quite a few motherfuckers felt the wrath of his fire. You know, he was coming at Mutai and everybody else all around the same time. So without, you know, rehashing the bad shit or any negative shit, I just wanted to make the video to let Nas know, Young Noble really fuck with you, champ. He did. Heavy. And to the point that I'm not going to say he wasn't proud that he dissed Nas, but let's just say it bothered him that he did that. And he wanted yours truly to let y'all know that. In all honesty, man, I mean, we from the same school of hip-hop. You know, Jersey and Baltimore, what, 1.5 hour drive, 2-hour drive. I mean, we was rotating around the same time, so shit, I was a Nas fan too. How could you not be? I mean, I make it very clear that my favorite 2 rappers of all time is Tupac and Nas. Everybody else is just, you know, cool, in my opinion, but Nope felt the same way. Pac was his brother. Pac was his homeboy, you know, but Nas was his favorite. And Tupac was one of his favorites too. Let's not get that misconstrued, but, you know, I mean, shit, Pac fuck with Nas too. And you know Nas fuck with Tupac real heavy. Real heavy. So the little beef they had, once they squashed that, shit, they was ready to work. The sky was the limit. But, you know, things happened and you know, it never came to be, but it don't change nothing. You feel me? Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Machiavelli Media. Turn on them post notifications so you be the first ones to get it when I drop that shit. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.